pretty normally.
Okay. Oh god, Batman's like just watching her.
Keep reading.
Only once she left did I realize that my heart was actually racing. Jenny may be cute and timid and as fun as to play with as I had expected, but well, I certainly had not expected her to grab a hold of my heart like that. I thought I'd be the one to sweep her off her feet, impress her, be the charming one.
Don't say this like a
But-
creep, please.
What?
Stop saying this like a creep, please.
Is that like a creep?
Mhm.
Okay, fine. But all I could think was that I'd surely just given my worst performance yet, and somehow the audience was receptive all the time,
All
and
the same.
despite all the same, god dang it, blurs, and despite the stammering of and sorry, and the excitement and the blushing, I had no doubt that she was far more graceful than I had been. Right after she left, I clipped her hairpin in my own hair to symbolize I had love. All the feels.
Oh, well, it was a cute little love
And
story.
then
we
she
just read.
died.
No,
then
that's
she
well,
died.
no, she did. You idiot! You're an
Oh.
asshole. You are truly an asshole. That is a terrible. You
Sorry.
are the
You like
worst.
stories where characters die, so I thought if I said that, it'd be fun for you.
No, I do like stories where people die, but that was just horrible.
Just read some prompts.
Alright, let's read the Motherhood Credit Act.
Oh.
Alright, who was Ryu?
And Patrick's
Is
still not
that...
back.
no, Ryu was LG, right?
Yeah, I think that was.
Alright, so I'll read
Same with
Ryu.
Yang. I'll be Yang?
Yeah.
Okay.
Next on the list, the proposed Motherhood Credit Act. I'm tabling this one myself. You can find the text of the act in the 10th appendix of the session's agenda, as well as relevant charts and data in the 11th through the 15th.
We are sure burning through these appendices fast.
My apologies. I'll try to keep this one concise, then, since I know you've all read this one already. Anyway. We're approaching a serious demographic problem right now. Birth rates ship-wide have been declining for years. The plan, simply put, is to provide an economic incentive for families to raise children.
Exactly what sort of numbers are you proposing? I feel like I'm being buried underneath a giant pile of data. How much is this credit for?
Nothing's being buried. It's just thoroughness.
Chief Counselor Smith wouldn't have allowed an item to be introduced with 4 appendices.
They've been available beforehand for months.
I haven't read them either. I've read them, it's just unclear. What are the actual numbers?
It's a complex breakdown with a number of factors. The bottom line, though, is that it will average to 20,000 silver for noble families per year, and 5,000 silver for peasant families per year. Let the record show that Counselor Lee just let out a long whistle, which I'm seconding. Those are big numbers.
Big numbers. Okay. I don't object on the principle, but I would like an assurance that this isn't going to impact my department's budget. It's already stretched thin as it is. Everybody's stretched thin.
The projection makes it seem like it's going to have a significant cost attached to it. Like, I'm not opposed either. I get the benefits. It's just, the stability I worry about. Counselor Smith, if you would.
Right. There's no question. This would be costly. We are looking for long-term results. But certainly, this is not a big project that can be sustained in the long term. If you look at the Appendix 14, you'll see that the projected cost for the next 10 years would require a 15
15% tax increase.
15% tax increase.
That's a lot.
However, the projection also shows that with the estimated population increase and this being conservative, don't worry, we'll see an even payout after about, 22 years? Then a significant increase. How does that work? Appendix 15 is a report by the Mengwa.
Do you want me to read Smith?
Shut up.
I mean, Smith is getting a lot of lines, and you're gonna have to switch back and forth between.
Yeah, sure. Okay, for the next few.
Appendix 15 is a report by.
Really? You're gonna give him that?
Well, it's an LG voice. It's a report by the Menghua University Department of
You gotta
Economics.
sound like you're taking a shit.
You'll find that it explains thoroughly.
Certainly, counselor. But humor me. How does it work?
Well, basically, when the population goes up, it means the workforce increases, which means there's more people to do more jobs, so there's an increase in tax revenue overall, but a decrease in government labor costs, which is always the pain in the ass, pretty much.
Really?
I'm sure the Counselor of Education will vouch for the quality of the university's findings.
Ah, yes. Of course, I'll stand by it. Very well, then.
Okay, but here's my problem. If you increase taxes on the lower class by 15%, there will be riots. Like, my office will be on fire within a week. And it turns out that costs even more of money
Nobody likes fire.
than that's already tight to put out. We're talking actual straight-out riots. It's a security problem. But
That voice.
But the benefit would be... I get the benefit. I get what the benefit would be. It just doesn't offset the cost of, offices on fire.
He's got a lot about fire. What is with him?
You want to do Counselor
Okay.
Joe?
Yeah, Counselor Joe's
no.
close.
Agriculture was me, I think.
Alright, yeah, sure.
War workers would be a pretty good thing, though.
I'm taking Smith
Are you
back.
really going to exercise the security veto over this?
If I may.
I know, Smith.
Damn.
If I may. No, Smith was me.
Solution.
Smith was me, damn it.
Offload. Shut up, you're getting all the lines.
If I may, a possible solution might be to offload the tax increase onto the noble classes. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Kim was you.
Onto the noble class.
Kim was you.
This is a...
This is
Sorry,
a
I'm still
terrible
laughing.
idea.
What?
Go ahead, go, read.
Okay. This is a terrible idea. Just the hell with the whole act, I say.
No! It's a good idea. Peasants off having children is something I am all for. Peasants raising happy families do not set fire to anything. To be perfectly clear, I am very much in favor of the not setting fire to things option, okay?
I don't know why, it's just so funny.
Lee is you.
Okay. The Counselor of Security may be over-dramatizing a little.
Don't sound so certain. We need to find some sort of consolation in the refusal to carry out President Park's insane school credit idea. This just addresses a serious social issue as well as undercuts Park. If it's not this, it'll have to be something else.
I don't care! I'm not voting for any act that will require a tax increase, let alone supported by my noble families alone. Yes, me neither. This is certainly going nowhere fast.
Counselor Smith? Yeah? I'm sure something can be changed to address the counselor's concern, right? Well, we could probably just take the funding from the surplus. It'll all balance out in the end anyway. I didn't think to submit any numbers on that, though. Assuming the Counselor of State is correct, and no new taxes were levied on either the peasantry or the noble class, would anyone object? It'd be okay with me.
Assuming the Counselor of State is correct. No, there would be no objection. Yes, fine. Whatever. I don't care. I would have no problem. What they all say. That's your say. Anyway,
Sorry. My bad. Great. Counselor Smith, please provide a new report on the feasibility of surplus financing for the Motherhood Credit Act. The item is tabled until then. Moving on.
How is this still running? It's on 1%.
But, well, reading it doesn't take power, I don't think. It's rendering the messages. Alright, so we got 3 more to read, then we're done for the night, I guess, because I don't know how to get more power.
It's like freaking, it's turning midnight. I have a class at freaking 8. Are you kidding me?
You'll be fine. Grandmother
gonna
knows
kill
best, remember. These are all by the same person.
God dang it, Grandma.
Kim So-yi. Kim So-yi.
I'll just sit here and
Oh,
listen
these are
while...
relatively quick.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Compared to the others.
So I'll do this one. Let me just do it in my southern accent.
Patrick just
Southern
left.
accent.
Don't do it in the southern accent. That was killing me with laughter about the whole fire thing. Don't go
Room
settings.
status. Relatively free of debris. No laundry on the floor. Futon is still unrolled. Not really a point to doing it this late in the day. No dishes in the room. That's just about good enough for me. Today was pretty exhausting at work. We're still doing cleanup from the fire on Monday. Sorry, fire.
Just a
On
fire everywhere.
And I'm low enough on the ladder to get stuck in a room full of ash all day. It almost meant in order to catch up on all my project work, I had to do 2 hours of overtime afterwards. It was not my idea of fun.
But it is your idea of fun.
I can't figure
You're on
out
fire.
what the occasion is, but for some reason, when I got home from work, half the main branch of the family seemed to be in our living room. Even my grandfather, the counselor of engineering himself, was there, shockingly. I wanted to just go lie down and hole up in my room, but given how rare an event that is, social obligations interfered.
Oh my god.
After thanking grandfather for getting me that job once more, which he seemed nonplussed on the subject of, my grandmother instantly dominated the conversation by asking me if I'd found a man yet. My standard response:
Gotta find a man.
I'd love to, but work keeps getting in the way. She apparently didn't buy it. Why not? Isn't engineering a male-dominated field? She asked. It's not wrong, but nearly every single man is either named Kim or married to someone named Kim. There's a few exceptions, like my boss, the gross one, who forces me to clean up ashes instead of doing important work. I left that last part out in my answer to my grandmother.
That just
I
disturbed me a
just
little.
want to keep a note that I'm reading what Hyune is saying. I'm just not reading it out loud. It's not
Okay.
like I don't want to find someone. I'd sure like to move out of my parents' house and have someone for companionship and eventually have kids when my career gives me the time for it. I'm not opposed to marriage. I really want it. But I don't think I'm brave enough to say the only reason why I've gotten to 22 years old without ever having a boyfriend is because I'm hopeless with men. In front of the entire main branch of the family, or even in front of anyone. I feel pretty embarrassed even writing this in my diary, where nobody but me is going to read it. Ah, lies.
Oh my god, lies.
So I think I was supposed to be offended when she asked, "What if I found someone for you?" But actually, it seemed like a reasonable enough idea. She has good judgment, probably, and I don't believe in nonsense like love at first sight.